Lions TV, this is a post-match analysis video for yesterday's 2-0 win over Bristol City at the Den. I'm running out of things to say. Lions TV is in danger of, well, if you didn't already think it was, becoming boring. Let's take a look at the 11 that started the match. No surprises that Sir Neil of Harris named an unchanged side. Jordan Archer in goal. Marlon Romeo at right back. James Meredith at left back. Central defence, Jake Cooper and Sean Hutchinson were back to their brilliant best. Sean Williams is like the new Roy Keane. He had Giorgio Saville alongside him. Ben Marshall on the left. Jed Playboy Mansion on the right. And up front, the Silver Fox Super Stevie Morrison and Lee, run your bollocks off Gregory. Is that the 11 that I would have picked? Do you know what? I'm in a good mood. I'm going to say yes. Before I go into the game, I could have to climb up on a tax evasion charge here, but was it me or was there more people there yesterday than there was last week against Notts Forest when they said that it's sold out? I don't know what happened with that, but there was definitely a bigger crowd there yesterday and a more passionate, more loud crowd. More loud crowd? I'm going to leave that in, fuck it. Than there was last week at Notts Forest. Yesterday, a few people were saying it wasn't our best performance. I think we're getting a little bit above our station. We're getting a little bit greedy. If we'd have performed the way we did yesterday and got the point we did at Ipswich on the back of a 5, 6, 7 game losing run, people would say, we stopped the rot, it was brilliant, what a point at Ipswich, what a performance yesterday. We've just got ourselves to that level now that we're beating Bristol City 2-0 at home, who were a very good side, by the way, make no mistake. And we're going, oh, we didn't play that well. Nick Hart summed up perfectly in one of the fan cams. He said we was very efficient. We are beating teams without really, it seems like, getting out of second gear. The confidence is just through the roof, on and off the pitch. And I just can't see anyone stopping us. The game started out, we pressed high, from high intensity, you know, the crowd were on it as well as the players. They just didn't want to know Bristol City. They are a good side. They have got very good individuals. You've only got to see that from how exciting they was earlier in the season and from the cup run they've gone on. But to put it crudely, when teams turn up at the Den and we put it on them like we do on and off the pitch, they don't want to fucking know. They just don't want to know. That's the reality of it. And we started out, we just pressed high. We pressed high. We was winning balls. We're winning balls up by the corner flag. Jeb Wallace, Lee Gregory, Steve Morrison. We're winning balls up by the North Stand corner flag. That's how on it we are, and that is our game, and that is why we are now where we are. And again, that's all credit to the manager. We took the lead. Someone said to me, yes, I think it's Joe Holloway. It wasn't that good a goal. I held my hands up at the time. I've seen it back on the highlights, and I don't think, I'm going to stand by it, it was that good a goal. But I don't think that the West Stand, the camera obviously angle, did it justice. If he was in the Dockers where I was, or maybe from the cold blow, it went so high, it looked like it was miles over and it just dipped. It was a brilliant goal, but the TV cameras, the angles didn't do it justice. But what a start, we're flying. Jeb Wallace, you can't fault him. He is constantly on it, 100% a Millwall player. He's a fucking lunatic, the geezer. He's brilliant, but at times his final ball has to be desired. And it's a good job it does, because I'm telling you now, again, you know, as people saying, Gregors couldn't score goals earlier in the season. If Jeb Wallace stuck it in a stanchion every time, he's got everything else about his game, and he wouldn't be at Millwall. So, what a signing, Jeb Wallace. What a player. He could just run. He could just run all day. He could do the marathon twice. He's brilliant. So Jeb Wallace opens the score with a fantastic shot, and then after that, you know, we were just in total control. Jordan Archer, I don't think had a save to make in the whole game. We just completely, you know, dominated proceedings. Maybe not dominated possession, but again, as you know, I say, I've been critical in the past of Harris's tactics, and I was wrong, because if teams have got the ball, let them knock it round the back like Liverpool in the 80s all day fucking long. If they're not in the areas to hurt you, then let them have it. And what we're doing is we are hurting teams. We are getting in areas, and when we get in the areas, we're now taking our chances. On top of how well we was playing, we're now taking our chances and we're clinical. The second half, we could have done with a good start, and it's exactly what we got. Steve Morrison cuts in. I don't know where the Bristol City defender was going with a slide tackle. I think he's still fucking going. But Steve Morrison sticks it in. Lovely finisher in the general. He was superb yesterday. And as Matt the Mod said, what a character he is, by the way, Matt the Mod. I'm loving interviewing him at the minute. But yeah, what he said, you know, it's everything that Morrison does off the ball. You know, he's never going to be a 20-goal striker. You know, I think he's even older than me. No, he's not. He's slightly younger than me, surprisingly. But he must have had an uphill poke round as a kid, Morrow. But I do love him. And yeah, it's everything he does off the ball. He's Millwall. He's got it in him. He's just horrible. He's just nasty. He's just, you know, he's just in your face. He's just pissing people off. it's a perfect fit in it for the fans can see exactly what Morrow's all about. So Morrison gets the second. He rounds off another brilliant day, another brilliant performance. For me, it was a brilliant performance. It wasn't, you know, oh, was it not one of our best performances? Bollocks. It was brilliant. With 2-0 against Bristol City. We're now 7th. And listen, stick your house on it, mate. Stick your mortgage on it. We are making the playoffs. But obviously bet responsibly, and always bet with Ladbrokes. So yeah, this bandwagon just keeps on rolling. Next stop is Bolton Wanderers on Tuesday. I will be there, but before that, I'll see you tomorrow for a pre-match prediction. Please subscribe to Lions TV. Come on, you Lions.